Okay, Assalamualaikum and good morning. Can we start now? Can you hear me clearly?
Yes, sure.
And okay, good. Okay, Assalamualaikum and good morning. So my name is Wan Hussein. I'm the program chair for Bachelor in Computer Science. Okay, so welcome to the group. So I think that you are all here should be from semester 4 or 5, right? So you are just starting your FYP 1 or project 1 this semester. Okay. So maybe for your info, so for your project 1, so the school will add the course into your schedule. So you don't have to add this yet lah. Okay. So that will be done once we already assign you the supervisor. Okay. Okay, so I think I begin now. Okay, so I hope you can see my slide here. Okay. Okay, so for this briefing, I hope it won't take long. Okay, so for this briefing, I will describe a little bit about what is the purpose of this AYP. Okay, so including the CLO, everything, and also I will show you the procedures. But actually, the procedures is more on to the lecturers lah. Just maybe just to let you know what happened on our side as well. Okay, and then also I will share with you about the evaluation. Okay, and most importantly is please take note later on about type of project that you can done for your final year project lah. Okay, because for computer science and IT, this will be a little bit different in terms of the project implementation. Okay, so basically, this course is to expose students to generate project ideas, analyzing requirement, planning, and everything lah. So basically, of course, it's similar to IT. For project, for final year project, basically we expecting students to do some kind of development. Okay, but for the computer science, okay, we are not just doing development. We're going to extend a little bit further, so that you also can involve in research project and also whether experimental or also fundamental. So that will be later on. You can later on you can discuss that with your supervisor lah. Okay. Okay. So for this later on, you will be guided on how to prepare your proposals and also other related documentation lah. Okay. Okay. Okay, so at the end of this course, basically you should be able to prepare. We're expecting you to be able to prepare your project proposal, okay, and also your project planning. Then also you have to prepare all the related requirement related to your project lah. If you are doing development, you should be able to develop the requirement specification for that particular project. And also you should be able to produce whether prototype, model, or theorem related to your project lah, and also write all the technical documentation lah. Okay. Of course, we split a final year project into 1 and 2. So half of the requirement will be fulfilled in the FYP 1, and another half will be fulfilled in the FYP 2 lah later on. Okay, so these are the project track, means the kind of project that you can do for your program. One is prototype-based track, second is experimental, and the third one is theoretical computer science track. Compared to IT, they only have one prototype-based. So for you, you have 3 choices. Okay, so I will explain one by one. Okay, so for the prototype-based track, you are expected to develop something which is tangible, meaning that you have to, the easiest way to describe this is that you have to develop something, right? Something which means that you have to develop whether prototype, okay, that is workable. At the end, it must be a workable prototype, not just simply design lah. So this is simply like a software, right? Software, and which also you have to, of course, you have to create all the documentation. You have to provide the report, and then you have to do the evaluation as well. Okay, so this example of the project that probably you can do. For example, personalized learning platform. You can use utilize machine learning algorithm to customize learning experiences for students according to their learning style, pace, and preferences. Okay, you can develop health monitoring wearable device. Use where you can develop a device that can link to the sensors and everything. Remember, for this program, you also you can also take sensors related class, right? So use all the skills and knowledge that you have obtained from your class and implement it in your project. Okay. Also, those who taking cybersecurity, you can do something like cybersecurity incident response platform. Okay. So here you can apply your cybersecurity knowledge in this kind of project lah. Okay. For the experimental based track, this one probably a little bit new to you, but those who are already exposed to, for example, those who are under the HCC majoring, maybe you are being exposed to data analytics and everything, right? So this is a kind of project for you lah, right? Where you have to do an in-depth data analysis. You can do some sort of like benchmarking, do simulation, okay? So that at the end you can do some comparison on the data and everything lah, right? But the thing here is that in order to do this, you have to consult your supervisor. Maybe your supervisor got related research that can share with you. So maybe you can do one part of your supervisor research and apply it as your project. That can be done, but you have to discuss that with your supervisor lah. Okay. An example of the experimental-based track, for example, multimodal biometric authentication framework, those who taking security, this is the right topic for you lah. Okay, automated hyperparameter tuning framework, robustness testing for AI model, especially for those who SCC. Okay, you can apply all those lah. Okay. Another one is a theoretical computer science-based track. This one is a little bit, to me lah, I think this is a little bit technical. Because this one you need to come up with, it's more fundamental. You have to come up with so it's a little bit complicated lah. But those who are interested in this, you can discuss with your supervisor. Okay, so there are supervisors who have very in-depth knowledge on this, like for example, Dr. Aziz here. So he might can guide you into, if you're interested in order to develop or do this kind of project lah. Okay. Okay, so these are among the example. Okay, for more verification of cyber physical system, randomized algorithm for network routing, algorithmic game theory for ocean design, and so on lah. But the thing here, please discuss with your supervisor. Don't just create your own topic on this. Okay. For project-based should be no problem lah. I think you can come up with your own idea. You can decide supervisor, and if your supervisor agree, then you can just proceed. Okay, so these are basically the procedures that we are following in order to proceed with the project for final year project lah. Okay, but this is just for your info. So the detail we already share this with your supervisor. Okay. Okay, so basically we already asked actually your supervisors, all the faculty members, your potential supervisor, to prepare a suitable project for you. So now they are waiting for you to contact them, okay, and then discuss which topic that is suitable for you, and then they will assign you lah, okay, what to do, okay. Also, we plan to get other external project, but this one is still, we are working on it because this is just new. Okay, so we are working on this. So we hope that if we can get some external project, then we can assign it to the lecturer. The lecturer will give the information to you. So if you think you can do it, then maybe you can execute that. But probably not in this semester lah, but we plan to do that later on. Okay, then student self-proposed project. So you also can propose your own project. And as I mentioned, you have to find your lecturer, your supervisor, potential supervisor, discuss. If they have project they want you to do, maybe you can just take it, okay? Implement that as your final year project. If you have your own idea, also you can suggest to your supervisor, told them, describe about your project, convince them that you can do that project, you can finish on time, then I think it should be no problem. Okay, but you have to discuss lah, to get the agreement from your supervisor. Okay, another one is undergraduate research opportunity program. There is a thing lah. I think I do have to explain that here. Okay, so so this is actually the detailed part. I think I don't have to explain this, but I refer to this later on because Dr. Azizi will share this in online learning, so you can refer to this one as well lah. But this just for reading like basically because all these have been shared with your supervisor because most of part, the procedure part, the rule of your supervisor lah. But you as a student might be to know a little bit. That's why we share with you. Okay, so this. So this is the project. Okay, so we have from week 1 until week 5. Okay, so you have to complete the problem solving and that you have to do your proposal, and then you have to your supervisor, submit the report for the evaluator as well. So then this need to be done in week 1 and week 5 lah. So now we are already in week 1. I know that we have to be delay here. So everything will be started in week 2 lah. So but we still got time until week 5. Okay, mean after Hari Raya you can just submit everything lah. Okay, and in week 6 until 11, there will be a proposal evaluation by the assessor. So for your information, your work later on will be evaluated by 2 lecturers. One is your own supervisor, second is the assessor. So assessor will be someone which is not your supervisor lah. Okay, we appoint it randomly based on the area of what you are doing. Okay, so they will evaluate your proposal. Okay, that contribute about 30%, kan? 30% of the marks lah. Okay, just that later on, okay, for the experimental, let's say for the report, for the article, whatever, later on for the even for the development later on, that will be on the supervisor alone, no more assessor. Okay, so we only involved in the proposal evaluation. Okay, then week 12 until 14, that will be the low fidelity prototype, preliminary experimental, finding or the model development lah. Okay. Okay, so this is the type of evaluation as I mentioned. Okay, so this evaluation is divided into for final year project 1. We divided into 3, assignment 1, 2, and 3. So for assignment 1, okay, we have the problem solving where you have to prepare the proposal and also the presentation. So basically, evaluate your presentation and assess. Okay, of course, your supervisor will also evaluate your proposal, but that will be indirectly lah because most of the mark will be given by your assessor. Okay, so you have to make sure that you have write clear proposal. Okay, not just to make sure that not just to understand your supervisor, but also the other people who read or your project later on. That will be your assessor because 30% of the mark will come from your assessor. Okay. Then assignment 2 that cover the prototype, experimental model and design everything, that will be done by your supervisor. That will be about 25%. Okay, and then assignment 3, the low fidelity or the models, the primary model and everything, that will be another 35%. Okay, so most of the mark you can see here, 70% come from your supervisor and 30% come from the assessor. Okay. Okay, so this is the evaluation criteria. I know that you can't probably see the content. No problem, because this one will be shared through the online learning later on. So once we add you to the group, you can access the online learning and you can download all the form later on. So, but just to show you, these are the forms, okay, what we call the criteria on how your lecturer, your supervisor, and assessor will evaluate you. So once you have prepared the documentation, everything, okay, make sure you also refer to this documentation. Okay, to get the full mark, right? So if you fulfill all the requirement, then I think should be no problem for the assessor or your supervisor to give mark to you. So use this as a reference. Okay, use this as a reference. Do not take this for granted. So because many students, they just don't care about the rubric. Okay, the purpose of giving or sharing you on the rubric is for you to look, browse through, okay, and then to achieve, okay, the maximum possible all the content. Okay, you have to do that. Okay, that is how the tip how you can get or can score high mark on the each part of the evaluation, assignment 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so this is for the assessor part. Okay, so you know what they're expecting. This is for your supervisor, 10% just from the presentation. So make sure you present it well. You see here only 3 items, 3 items. Okay, so each item contribute at least 5 marks. Total will be 15 and converted to 10% later on. So make sure when you do presentation, be serious, make it serious. Okay, even though this is just your supervisor, but make it serious so that you can, what we call, give good impression to your supervisor, even though your supervisor already know what you're doing, okay, because your supervisor already got you from the beginning, okay, but for the presentation, your supervisor will want to evaluate on how you deliver, okay, so please take a look on this, okay. And this is for the assignment 2, prototype, experimental, model design, implementation as well. Okay, so contribute about 50%. So whatever you do at each phase of the project later on, there will be presentation. Okay, presentation. So remember, okay, of course, presentation you have to, again, similar to assignment 1. So you have to deliver it clearly and make it good in a good manner so that you can impress your supervisor okay. And this also contains other part, practical skills. Then we also have the, this is also another, this is for the assignment 3. Okay, so this is for the assignment 2. Okay, and this is for the assignment 3 as well. So this most of the content that you have to follow Okay. Okay. So this is for for assignment 3. So some of the assignment components, the evaluation components are quite many. Assignment 1, not that much because we split into 2. Okay. For assignment 3, there are many components. So please make sure that you refer and make sure that you comply or try to fulfill all the requirements. Okay. So basically, that's the end of my explanation about the project requirement. So just want to introduce you with the team. So the team member for the final year project. Okay, so these are the committee members who handle this. So beside me, because I'm just the program chair, so most of the work for this is being handled by Associate Prof. Dr. Azizi Abdul Aziz. He's the chairperson for the final year project 1 and final year project 2 later on. I think he will also be the person. Okay. And also the other members here, Dr. Hasbullah is our TDA. So also what we call for this okay, as a professor, Professor Dr. Yohanis, Aida, so Professor Dr. Dr. Khuzairi, Dr. Nifatina, and Dr. Abri. So they are all to the I can say that development of this module for you guys. right? So if you have problem actually related to your final project, beside me, you also can contact or communicate directly with Dr. Azizi or his team. Okay, so we already create the WhatsApp group, which most of you already joined. So you have any problem, you can just post to the group. So they will definitely try their best to help you. Okay, so here comes Rabi, just opening, sharing his video. Okay, so I think most of you already knew Dr. Z and Dr. Sabri, right? So maybe I'm the one who are alien here. Okay, so I open to questions if anything. Any question, maybe you need to clarification or something, Dr. Azizi, Dr. Sabri, Dr. Kozairi also here. So many of us are here. So they can help you. If I cannot answer, they will try their best to answer your questions. Anything to ask? You clear with what you have to do? Dr. Husniza also here. If you have question, just switch on your mic. Okay, unmute your mic and can just ask questions. Or maybe you want to write it to the message chat also can. Anything?
I want to ask Dr. Can you hear me? Enggak tak?
Yeah, Shafiq.
Tadi inside the slide, in the timeline itself, it was split into 3 weeks, kan? So assignment 1, 2, and 3. And the assessor, the person who is not our supervisor, will be assessing our progress, correct? In the timeline, it's on week 2, tapi inside the timetable tadi, like the table tadi, 30% is in assignment 1. So there's a bit, I'm not sure if that's slight oversight or macam mana. Sebab I just want to make sure.
Okay.
So here it's assignment 1, 30% assessment, and the timeline says otherwise.
Okay. Again, for just to clarify this, okay, assessor only will involve in assessing your proposal. So that is in assignment 1 only. So the rest of your work will be evaluated by your own supervisor. Okay, so maybe I'm confused about with the timeline. Where is it? This timeline? Yeah. Assessor, okay, evaluation of the assessor week 6. What we do in week 1 until week 5. Okay, we will give you time to find your supervisor, prepare the proposal and everything. Then present it to your supervisor first. That is if based on this schedule, that will be the way lah. Present it to your supervisor. Then once you submit your proposal, we will hand over to your assessor. Okay, so we will give about 1 week. So that will happen in week 6 lah. So we will hand over your proposal to your assessor. Your assessor will do the evaluation and return back to your supervisor, because at the end, supervisor will fit in the mark. Okay, for you lah. The process. But again, that we have some flexibility, so it depends on your supervisor as well. Okay, especially on the presentation. If let's say you cannot make it the presentation in week 5, maybe you can do it in week 6. That will be based on your supervisor agreement lah. But in week 6, okay, in week 6, okay, we will have to hand over the proposal to the assessor. That will have to be done in week 6, only for your proposal. Okay, Shafiq, is that answer your questions?
Yes, thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. Any other questions, maybe? You want to ask about the procedure again? Because this is the most important lah. I think about the project should be no problem, right? Because once you consult your supervisor, you will get some more details explanation about that. But the procedure, are you clear with the procedure here? Especially on your side lah. Meaning that you know what you have to do. What's the question here? Saya share dulu komen. Okay, for the supervisor from name Hadif, Hadif. For the supervisor, do we have to pick based on the name list just now? No. That name list is only the Jawatankuasa, the committee that handle final year project 1. You can consult or you can just go to any SOC lecturer, anybody. Siapa saja boleh. Okay. Yeah, you can select any lecturer of your interest. Okay. Which one you, nak beritahu limit ke? Kan? Boleh ya, Hadif? Others? Okay, clear, good. Okay, will SOC help us arrange the supervisor? Okay, if let's say by next week will be week 2. Now it's week 1, so next week 2. If let's say next week you still having problem finding your supervisor, please let me know. Okay, you can PM me. I believe most of you already got my phone number. Okay, so please PM me, or maybe you also can consult Dr. Azizi, may inform him or the other committee members, okay, that you haven't get supervisor, okay, so they will help you. I also will help you, okay, but you have to let us know. But for the time being, please try your best to find your own supervisor. Okay, try your best, because this is actually an opportunity for you. For example, for the IT student, they are not allowed to find supervisor. Okay, the school will provide, the committee or will provide the list of topic, so they have to choose from that topic. But for computer science, okay, we try to implement something different. Okay, we'll open, we open that so that you can choose your supervisor first. Okay, then if let's say you got problem, then you can come to us, something like that. Okay, boleh kah? Okay, Chong Pauline, put Chong Pauline. Okay. Okay. Okay, good. Any other questions? If no question, because we can just end the sessions.
I want to ask a question. If
Yeah.
we define as supervisor, do we need to formalize it? Macam kena register ke?
Okay. That's good question. That what I expected you to ask. Okay, saya pun dah lupa nak cakap. Okay, once you find your supervisor, so just consult your supervisor, let he or she know that you are interested to do project under him or her. Okay, discuss the relevant topic. So if your supervisor agree with to accept you, so what happened is that your supervisor later on will send the list of students that they already accepted to the basically to me lah, to me, so that later on I will ask the our staff here to key in into the system. Okay, so at the moment there's no registration form and everything. It's just that go to the supervisor, get agreement, okay, that you want to do under him or her, okay, that your supervisor will inform us. So that will be the procedure. Yeah. So later on, he said that there will be a form for your supervisor lah. For your supervisor. For you, just find the supervisor first. Okay, Alicia, no, Alsha, how many limit of student for a supervisor? Okay, at the moment, we put a maximum 10 student per supervisor. That will be the maximum. Okay, 10 student per supervisor. Okay. If you can find someone who has less supervision, that will be good lah. At least you can spend more quite time on what called discussion everything, because too many in under one supervisor, probably that supervisor having some time to difficulties to manage you all lah, right? But Dr. Sabri, okay. Dr. Sabri, okay, good. Because he be able to manage many students very well. Not many other supervisor. So if your supervisor, let's say you consult another supervisor, let's say Dr. Kuzari, for example, and so he say, okay, I want to limit up to 5, cannot go up to 10. So you have to respect him lah. Okay, just accept that, because all supervisors, they know their capability. Okay, so you cannot force them to take you. Something like that. That you have to understand. So if the supervisor say, sorry, I already full, please go find another lecturer. You have to find another lecturer. It's not that they don't want you, but they have the capability where they have to, they know their commitment, so they cannot do it lah. Okay. Okay. Any other questions? Can we do any type of project or only let with the major? Okay. Strategy. Do you have any? Okay, I'll pass to Mr. Azizi.
Assalamualaikum and a very good morning. Actually, that if it is possible for you to focus on your major project, but in case that you also can do something beyond than that, we have flexibility to do so. But from my point of view, it will rather be good if you can focus on what you've been studying for your final project and to enrich the knowledge of your majors. But still, it is open. Okay. And probably that you need to highlight a bit. I need to highlight a bit in terms of the if you build a prototype, you need to make use the engine, not just add, delete, update, or add new things to the database. No, it must be something that can be automated. Since you have learned a bit about the data analytics, so you make use that particular concept as your main algorithms to function your work. That will be marked, will be also assigned for that particular contributions. Okay.
Okay, clear? Okay. I hope you clear with that explanation. So basically, you can do any type of project. You can do whether that is related to your major or not major. Either cybersecurity or HCC. Those who cybersecurity, you also can do HCC project and the other way around lah. But it will be good if you can do project related to your major. Okay, it will be good because the purpose of having this project is basically to it's for a practice for you, so that you can apply whatever you have learned. Okay, so take this opportunity, because when you go out there later on, okay, probably you can not show off, but you can show or showcase what you have done here. Okay, supporting whatever you have studied, because many students, when they go out, they think that whatever I study in university at the end is useless, nothing to be applied, nothing can be applied outside. Okay, and the company where you work also they don't know what is the role or the thing that you can do based on whatever you have learned, something like that. So at least you can show something to them that this is what I have done, okay, from what I have learned in university. Okay. Okay. Any other questions? Maybe last question. We already exceed half an hour. Dah lebih setengah jam. Azim.
For the question that been asked by Ahmad Azim Anwar, for the assignment 3, it means that you need to have the low fidelity prototype, not the full function prototype. I mean that it means that at least 20% of the functionality should be working. In case you need to connect to the databases, some function can be viewed already, but it's more or less like a low-fi prototype. the fully functioning ones should be further up in the during your project 2.
Okay, clear? Azim, clear? To Azim tanya. I mean that I already got the prototype. Do we put to documentation? Sorry. Clear. Okay, sorry. Clear. Okay. Okay. So for the assignment 3, for FYP1, this is FYP1. Okay, we are not expecting you to produce a complete prototype. If let's say you do a prototype development lah, not complete product 100%. No. Okay. Maybe you can discuss later on with your supervisor how many percent working part that need to be done. Okay. Yeah, that one you have to discuss with your supervisor, because you need to show at least that your whatever you have proposed, okay, have potential to be implemented, at least for FYP1 lah. Because for FYP2, yeah, you have to develop everything lah until the end, and I think the evaluation. Okay, because we don't want to waste your time when you come back for FYP 2. Okay, at that time you want to just start experimenting whether it will work or not. We don't want you to waste that time. Okay, so and that's why at the end of the FYP1, we want you to do something so that it is workable. Okay, at least 20 to 30% working. Okay, then you maybe can continue work during the break. So you come back in that semester you are already. Okay, once you do your project, you not just project 2 next semester, the other semester, because you also have to take other classes where you have for the assignment rating. So it will to be very hard for you to manage your time. Remember, you do individually, not in group, right? Make it function. Later on in the semester break, try to finish it. And next semester you come, at least everything ready, get your supervisor approval, then proceed with the evaluation. Something like that. Okay? Syafiq tanya, how it work for the theoretical track?
Assessment dia maths lah.
Okay.
Model.
Okay, so Syafiq, about the theoretical track, I think Dr. Izzy already answered it through the chat. Okay, but for the theoretical track, because this is for more fundamental, so there will be a theorem something that you have to do a proven. Okay, so that one you can consult your supervisor lah. Okay, if your supervisor agree with the topic, then he or she will know what to expect at the end of FYP1 lah. Okay. Okay, and of course, you not expecting. Corey, you asked about the theoretical track, right?
Project.
Project. Okay. Okay, good.
Develop application.
Yeah. Okay. Any other questions? Last questions, maybe? Last question, maybe? No, no more questions. Okay, so maybe Dr. Azizi or Dr. Sabri or Dr. Nisa or any of the members here would like to say something before we close?
Nothing but just Selamat Hari Raya. It won't be Raya for you, I guess. Thinking about the proposal. Okay. Okay, bye. Selamat Hari Raya anyway. Yeah.
And you can claim the Hari Raya, duit ampau Raya from Dr. Izzy once you come back after Hari Raya. Okay. Okay, Dr. Sabri, you have anything to say? Something?
Oh no, actually thanks for inviting me to today. Okay, all the best for your FYP. Selamat Hari Raya. If you want duit raya, just meet Dr. Azizi.
Agree. 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 Okay, Dr. Niza, you still here?
Yep, I'm here.
Yeah, anything to say?
Sana belajar sikit
Yeah.
Apart from Hari Raya Maaf Zahir Batin, I hope that you would take this opportunity to expand and grow your skills and build your experience. And the most important thing is to have fun.
Yeah.
Right. For me. Yep.
I love fun. Okay. So you know your project is quite what you call heavy. Okay, make it fun because this is the chance, the time that you implement whatever you have learned in you, right? Especially cybersecurity, right? So try your best to implement whatever you have learned. If you have problem, you still have us to help you. You still have your supervisor, not your supervisor. If you got problem, you can also consult other lecturer. Okay. So everybody here, all the lecturers here are actually welcome to help you. Okay, they are willing to help you. So have fun. Okay. Okay. So mana lagi? Anybody else? Dah Teguh Sari hilang dah. Okay, Teguh Sari dah hilang dah kat sini. Tak ada dah. Anybody else here? Tak ada dah. Okay. So no more question, right? Okay. So if no more question, then maybe you can switch on your camera. Maybe we can take a group photo. Ada one question lagi. Okay, Doctor, I know have one more question. What is that? I know. Doktor Sulah ada. Tak lupa panggil, sorry. Ingatkan tak ada. Tak apa, I know. What is the question? I know. Dengar tak ni? I know.
Tengah type kot.
Ada. Okay, we have similar title.
Okay. Okay. I think this shouldn't happen. Okay, this shouldn't happen, and it won't happen, I believe. Okay, because when you got a title, let's say you meet your supervisor later on, whether your supervisor provide the topic or maybe you propose a topic. Okay, your supervisor will actually, when they submit to us everything, we will take a look and we try our best to make it different lah. Okay, like that lah. Senang macam tu lah. We try our best to make it different. Okay, I know probably let's say I know you do a project like you develop like system, let's say flood alert system, for example. Maybe the other student also doing something similar. Okay, but we try our best to make different lah. So that one we will discuss with your supervisor lah. If the topic comes with supervisor, we will discuss with your supervisor. No worry. Okay. Yeah, it can be different techniques to apply later on. Your supervisor will guide that. No problem. Okay, so no worry. No worry about the title. Just that you have to know. Okay, remember, now you have to find your supervisor. Okay, try your best to get your supervisor as soon as possible, consult, and then decide what to do. Okay, so that is the main thing. Okay, the title later on, yeah, we can try our best to discuss with the supervisor lah. Okay. Okay. No more question, right? Mana gambar ni hilang? Okay. You take photo now. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Oh, just only first screen show the face. Okay, the rest didn't show the face. Okay. Space. Okay. Okay, thank you. Thank you all for coming. Okay. So see you after Raya. Okay, selamat Raya semua.